Hi guys, man like Stan here, and in this video, it's a follow-up video to the first video where I talked about this power bank, how I was able to get this 64 watts power bank to power up my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K for hours on end without any disruption, really top quality, and at a very friendly price point. Okay, so in that video, I also said I was going to show you or talk to you about how I was also able to find a similar solution for my for storage. So for cards, I always use the SanDisk Extreme Pro cards, and I'm fine with them. I love those cards. But again, those cards, the higher you go, the 512 cards, which I typically use, are getting very expensive, quite expensive. And I wanted to see how I could find a cost-effective solution that would allow me to shoot at 4K without having any issues. So I went digging and I found two solutions. So again, this solution might not work for you if you're a big time movie maker working on a massive client project where they've paid you a lot of money. This for me works if you are like me. You're not afraid to experiment. You are working on your own projects, and you don't really need that level of fault tolerance. Let me use that IT firm. What I'm talking to you about today is something that I've tested, I've worked on, I've shot like a short film with it, and it has been very reliable. And I'm presenting to you two options that you could use to get really good quality storage at a very uh, friendly price point. So I have two solutions. So the first thing is I went out there and looked for a used, not a brand new one, a used SSD drive. I always panic when it's 1 terabyte, but this is 1 terabyte. It's Crucial solid state. I got one of this, and I got something similar also for this as well. So all I needed to do is to get something like this, okay, and find this cable, which could be very easy to find online. So this is a SATA to Type-C cable. You can see that's the SATA end and that's the Type-C end. And by simply plugging this to the rear of this is ready to work. But now I need to plug this into the camera. So notice on my camera, I already have this plugged in. It's not plugged into the US Type-C ports. You can see it's plugged into the 12-volt port, so I'm getting power from there. But there's still the USB port there for me to plug my storage into. Okay, so just before I do that, I also wanted to take you back to this phone holder that I got a while back. Very cheap, very easy to use. I could also take this if I wanted to and mount this as if I just wanted to go crazy and gorilla type. Again, this is for personal projects. I don't expect you to be on client shoot where they are paying you money on set and you come up with this kind of solution. But if you're working on your own project, you're at home, trust me, this works. So I plug this in here and I can mount this up here. I can mount it and I can tighten it so that it stays very firm. I also told you I could mount this, so I also have one of this backup one. So if I needed to also mount the power bank, I also have the ability to also mount the power bank somewhere there, but that's not for this video. This video we are focusing on the hard drive. Okay, so that's it. This is connected. This is ready to go. All I have to do is power it up. Yep, so I hear that sound. It's powered up. And I can see right from here, I don't know if you can see it too. I'm just going to stand up so we can see it together. You can see from here that it is showing 4 hours. 4 hours of record time available. I go into the menu. I can see that it's set at Blackmagic RAW 12 by 1. I go back into the menu. I have 9 hours. 9 hours of recording with this used SSD drive in Blackmagic in B-RAW format, constant rate 12.1, which is pretty much what I use. When I don't use this, I switch to ProRes. I keep it at HQ. I do 422. If I do 422 and come back here, I am also able to shoot 4 hours. But we're going to go back to Blackmagic RAW 12.1, which is what most people would typically use. And I can do pretty much 10 hours. That's 10 hours. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That's a lot. The 1 terabyte that I got for pretty much next to nothing, and you can find it on eBay or whatever classified art store is very popular in your country. It's unbelievable. 10 hours on that. So the next point is to see, yes, I can set this, but can I actually shoot it? Okay, so I'm going to try to shoot handheld. Okay, I'm going to try to shoot handheld. See how long we're able to shoot this for, and record. Obviously, we can't stay here forever. I'm going to assume that if this can do 2 minutes of recording, I think we should be fine. Right now, we've done 15 seconds, 17 seconds using this setup. You really can't imagine how excited I am, because I mean, at the point I actually ignored or just totally forgot about this camera, because I was so frustrated. Storage was expensive, power was really frustrating. I didn't have the lenses I wanted at that time, but right now I have even though I have just a Canon lens on it right now, I do have a couple of working on sign lenses, and they work pretty well. So right now we've recorded 56 seconds to be exact, just crossing the 1 minute line now. Shooting with this super inexpensive used SSD. I know if you Google this, you probably find out this is super old, and yeah, this is an awesome way of repurposing it. Still recording. Like I said, I'm going to wait for 2 hours. This is shooting at the highest quality possible for this camera, and no issues whatsoever. So I'm going to stop there at that. We're currently doing 12.1 for Blackmagic RAW. I'm going to now switch over to try to do this at 5.1. So Blackmagic RAW, constant bit rates, and shooting at 5.1 now. That's going to be significantly heavier, but let's see if this boy can hold it. So I click on record, and just like that, we're recording. So far working very well. So there are 2 setups that I tried, and both worked very well. This is one setup. Then I'm also going to show you another setup very shortly. I think I'm going to make another video for that one. Okay, yeah, this is us shooting at B-RAW 3.1, or was that 5.1, and we're still going, shooting perfectly, no issues. Honestly, I think this is probably the best combination, value for money, balanced budget that you could ever get for this kind of setup. I mean, everything here, pretty much everything I put together here, probably less than 100,000 Yeah, they're about maybe like 100,000 naira, which is probably about $60, and you're shooting real pro level stuff, high resolution. We've crossed the 1 minute line now. You can see that it's working very, very well. It just works. So with this setup, I'm using a used Crucial solid state drive together with this SATA to Type-C cable, and still power with my USB power bank, Type-C USB power bank, 65 watts, very, very important. And everything works beautifully. So if you're a guerrilla filmmaker, aspiring filmmaker, you have one of these and you're like me, you abandoned it a while back, now might be the best time for you to just go pick it up and give it a shot. I'm going to be stopping this video now, making another video where I focus on a very similar setup, but also slightly different. So another way, maybe slightly more expensive or even cheaper depending on where you're buying your parts from. But this works beautifully. And I'm going to stop that there. Then also remind you that we are shooting at B-RAW 5.1, and that's high. I'm sure if we shoot at 3.1, we'll probably be fine as well. So when you see these old SSDs, I think for filmmakers like myself, that's are just really enjoying ourselves and just having a great time, it might be what's really snatching them up. While we are here, I wanted to just quickly see if I decide to shoot in HD mode. Let's see what that looks like. And at 12.1, how many hours could I get from this camera? Look at that. Don't forget I have some footage on it already. So this is showing 39 hours. So with this hard drive used, this setup, and this battery, I could actually get almost 2 hours, almost 40 hours of recording time in B-RAW shooting at full HD. If I was shooting in 4K, I would get 10 hours. So let me know what you think. Is this the kind of setup you have? Does it work for you? Have you tried it? Were there particular SSD drives that you tried that did not work for you? I would love to know in the comment section. So thank you guys for tuning in. Cheers.